Hello everybody and welcome to another week! I am JSmith and I am on the internet this week, and today we are going to be checking out Echo of the Wilds. This game was developed by Caseware, and if you remember, it's the same dev who did Elementia, which I did a quick look at probably a few months ago by now. This game, Echo of the Wilds, was recently released on an indie game stand, Gumroad, and itch.io with a full retail price of $10, but you might be lucky enough to find it on sale for as little as I saw of $5. I'll have the link in the description to the main website where you can find if there's any disparity between the prices and the best price for you. So what is Echo of the Wilds? Echo of the Wilds is part Don't Starve, part the rapture is here and you'll be forcibly removed from your home, but it also has a slick pixel art style along the same lines as home horror, as you can see in the game menu for here already. It does have a really nice, crisp, clean. I really like the palette choice of the game itself. It's just a really interesting game. And before we get too far into it, I think we're going to go through the tutorial, then we'll probably start a new game. But for anyone who doesn't want to basically be tied down by a narrative at all, there is an endless survival mode with no narrative elements whatsoever. But I don't really necessarily want to do that because I think that will take away a little bit of what makes this game so cool to begin with. So let's begin the path of discovery and learn to walk in these wilds. I am going to press A for select, which is weird because basically the three controls that I'll be using is A, S, and D, and the arrow keys. But the A select makes me think that I can use my Xbox 360 controller with this game, and I have found that might not be true because I plugged it in, didn't work, so whatever to that. I think that might be a design flaw. I don't know, but I can only use my keyboard. I would love to use my 360 controller if that was possible, but I don't know if it is. Greetings, unenlightened one. Allow me to dispose all doubt by revealing the secrets of self-subjection and survival. All journeys must begin with a single step. Now provide to me you are capable of grasping beyond mere initiative. So I'm going to be walking left, and I'm going to be walking to the right. Fairly simple mechanics. You appear worthy, but you must not idle. That which you seek lies beyond reach, so gather pace, show me strides. I could run to the left, and I can run to the right just by double tapping. Steady. Running drains stamina, especially in hot climates. Your heart gauge reflects physical hunger and fatigue, which is my current bar at the bottom, the green one. While your water gauge reflects on your thirst and vitality. But if either has nothing left to offer, your time may be over. Luckily, the wilds teem with goodies to restore energies. Go take a slathering munch on my delicious, plummy fruits. So let's press A on that, and I will walk over to this tree and press up to inspect it. And juicy, succulent, sweetly delicious, yummy, plummy fruits await me. I can take them and I can put them in my inventory. I can open up my docket with D, and that's going to open up my main menu. I wonder what mysterious items I'm possibly possessing. I guess I may pop a peek into my jolly old sacks to see. I'm going to press A to select my inventory. And we see our plumly fruits in there. I'm going to press S to use them. I munch on the fruits. Plumily, yummily. My meters at the bottom, my stamina and thirst are both drastically improved. Press A to close. But not every goodie is offered so easily. Some resources can only be collecting using tools built by your fair hand. Such gear building knowledge can weave into your will by bestowing reverence to altars devoted to the wilds. Now, I've had some trouble with how this all works, but I'm going to let the tutorial explain a little bit of what's going on, then maybe I'm going to be able to learn something here because I've been kind of like grasping at straws trying to understand this game for a while. Being an enlightened soul, I already know such bushcraft, but knowledge is worthless without capacity for action. Combine it with wildly resources to further your path. Now, use this wealth, build an axe, and smite the weakly tree. So here's the weird thing about this game so far. I'm able to craft, but when I'm in game and not in this tutorial, this whole slate right here will be blank. I'll have no understanding of how it all works. And I don't really know exactly how to gain those the knowledge to build items, but I think I do have an idea. Throughout the game, you're going to be exploring the altars, which I had saw on the previous screen here, and I think I'm supposed to give that altar something, some sort of, whether it's a material that I've collected from plants or otherwise, other resources around, and hopefully by doing that, I'm going to be getting some of these, or like the capacity to use items. I'm not sure, but hopefully that is going to be it. Right now, I am going to be picking up both of these items on the ground, the stone and the log. I'm going to press D to open up my docket, press A to select my tools, and so I am going to be building this axe, which I have used previously, or which I just picked up the items to create it. So I will make that. I will fuse those together. That is going to take a little bit of my stamina. Crafted and now mine a bluey stone axe. We are going to walk over to the tree and use my item with S and use it again with S. And so my person is going to be attacking the tree with the axe. Stamina is going to be lowered again. Bravo, you are almost ready to roam. Now, I do hope you notice the sundial below churning into nightfall's grasps. If you look into the bottom left of my screen, you see the sun. When I first started this tutorial, I believe it was probably all the way to the left. Now it is making its way over to the right. I am going to play more, I guess, east and west, or west to east. Typical sun stuff. Traveling between places passes celestial time, but once arrived, its advances are locked for leisurely exploration. However, the wilds hold manifold hazards where a spiritly step is desired. Figuring it out alone is the true test. Now, unstill your mind map and reach beyond this cage of teachings. Explore and discover your echo of the wilds. I can open up the docket. I can go over to my explore selection. I need to explore and exploit all of the rich and enchanted domains that surround me to stave off grisly demise. So I press A here, and I am greeted with basically a map of unexplored locations. I can click on these. Sometimes, in the real game, I will click on this and I won't find anything. Other times, I'm going to be able to find a new location. The thing about Echo of the Wilds is it does have like predetermined locations to an extent. There's beach terrain, there's forest terrain, there's like river terrain, cave terrain. There's a whole bunch of different categories, I guess. But every time that you go back to that category, it's going to be a little bit different than how it was before. So it's kind of like it's a large area, but every time you go back, it's a little bit different, which is I think it's great. It keeps things a little bit fresh and keeps things unique. How about we get into the game, and I think a lot of what I've been rambling on will make a little bit more sense to you. I am going to forget about this game. Are you sure you want to forget these wilds? Yes, go ahead and forget that. And I am going to maybe go back and go forward. Select. Choose your true self. I don't want it to be day 508, but whatever. We'll maybe understand what's going on. This is a whole new game, I hope. And hopefully I don't have all of the memories that I did before. But if I do, then who knows. I'll just figure that out as I go along. Great golly goshings. Are you a ghosty? Oh dear. You don't appear to remember my face, do you? What a pity. Sorry, no, I don't remember. Wait. How did I even reach these forests? Can you show me a way out of here? To home? Home isn't important right now. The grasping cold gloom of night descends upon us. Your only priority is survival. Grab the blue spiny plants and use them to tear apart a small tree. Then bathe in the cozy protective glow of the fire. My God, I'm hallucinating. Okay, so here is the actual game. Nightfall is coming, so I don't have too much time to fuck around. So I am going to take 3 of these spiny little branches, and I'm going to press S to use them on this tree right here. Once I use one fully, it will break. So that is the reason I picked up 3. It'll take 3 spiny branches to take down this tree. I don't understand how spiny branches are able to take down large trees, but we did it anyways. With wood in hand, it's time to kindle the cozy fire and doze beneath the glitter gaze of the summer starlights. But tomorrow, it's time for answers. So I am going to build a fire pit and roar a fire. Now every night I am going to go either into a dream sleep, or there will be this counter which is telling me my current health and survival rate. My health will plummet throughout the night if I don't resuscitate myself in some way. So I want to make sure that every night I go to bed with hopefully both of my meters at the bottom full. I wake up the next morning and I say, yeah! You'll want bigger bonfire to stave away the worst of the chills each night. 2 woodlets should do you grand. Were you looming over me all night, watching me sleep? I'm with you always. It's how I know you have questions, and in time the echoes of your heart will answer them. Echoes of my heart? Look, you're not making any sense. Let's just start with the basics. Who exactly are you? I'm you, of course, a mind splinter seeking closure. I can change my appearance if you disapprove of this form. Alright, stop. You're me, of course, and I'm you. Talking to a ghost in a weird forest. This is insane nonsense. Perhaps, but I never said you weren't insane. Now go explore these woodlands for food to sustain your body and wood to burn your campfire bright each night. And that is my goal. Insane? No. I'm just tired. Yeah, that's it. Tired and quite peckish. So I am going to basically be on my own for the remainder of the game. There's going to be a little bit of instances that I do have these sort of visions and stuff, so be prepared for those as they appear. I am going to leave these items on the ground because I can use them later to stoke this fire, but I will take this plant up here. So let's take these spiny thorns and proceed on to our next areas. Since I already have one of these uncovered, let's just go to the forest that I've already been. Every time that you go to a new location that you've been to, you're going to be greeted with that same exact basic picture of like yourself running from one end of the screen to the other and going to the new location. Earthy, with a hint of waterfall, I say as I eat the blue mushrooms on the ground. Now, I am going to be looking for probably some more piney things, as I just found right here, which is great. So how about I take these, or at least one more, and I can even chop down this tree. So it appears a small tree. It may be conditioned to wood, so let's use my items. Oh gosh darn it, my treasure tool has disintegrated. That's fine. I can maybe use that one more time. The first one, that broke really fast, so let's use this one more time. I know I do have another area of spiny things right here, so let's take 2 of those, walk back to this tree, and hopefully be able to saw it down the whole way. And I'll talk a little bit more about the items and descriptions and everything in just a bit, but for now I am just going to pick up some of these, the wood and kindling, because I'm going to need them later on in my journey, or at least later on tonight, when I eventually have to go to sleep. Right now I seem to be pretty okay. I'm actually going to eat these berries. Oh boy, these berries sure look and smell delicious. Let's eat them. Berry tasty. Berry tasty, I think, maybe. It's kind of like very, but berry. Ooh. Inspect these. Keep on eating the berries. The reason I like to come back to this forest area to eat the berries because they help both my hunger and, oh, you see that little deer on to the right? That's why I kind of like this game. It has a lot of pretty cool things that you don't happen to see all the time. So like that was the first time I saw like things in the wilderness or animal life. and I've played the game for roughly like an hour and a half or so. So there's still a lot of things, and I've been to like this forest place like a million times. But there's still little things that we'll find that are a little bit new and different. You'll notice that I am walking throughout the game because that is going to keep my stamina low. As I go to new places, or as I want to find new places, when I want to visit home, that's going to take no time at all. As you can see in the right-hand side of the visit, the whole moon is going to be blank. When I want to explore the area that I've already explored, this forest, it's going to take me half a day to get there, as told in the half of the moon being there. And it's also going to take me half a day to get anywhere else in any location. So I'm not going to have too much time to do much tonight anyways, so I am going to spend half a day trying to go to a new location. It's going to be night when I get there, or getting close to getting night anyways, but I do want to get some sort of exploring done in the early game as possible. When I find it here, I notice at the bottom of my screen, you'll notice the wind coming. And so I say, oh, this place seems to have jolly useful resources to aid my fragile survival. Should I remember its whereabouts? I want to, at this point in the game, it's not necessary for me to forget things. But later in the game, as I fill up each one of those spaces on my map, it will become more important to start forgetting places that I've been to. I'm not going to stay here because the winds are a wee bit nippy, and I'll need some snuggly garments to keep the chill off my bones. I don't feel like exploring there for too long because I am worried about my overall health, so I am going to head back to our main fortress, or main home base, stoke this fire, and head to bed for the night. I have some good, wait, I want to say there. I want to use some items. Let's use my 2 pieces of wood here. Actually, I'm going to use my leafy foliage, and one of my wood pieces. So that'll be fine for now. Let's close that. Let's inspect and head to sleep for the evening. Now, when I go to bed, again, it's going to have like my dude, and tonight I am going to have a vision, as opposed to last time when it just kind of pulled up my meter. When I get these weird little dream sequences, you kind of don't really know what's happening. So I've started to liken them. That's why I said this game is similar to like the rapture is here and you will be forcibly removed from your homes, because creepy things like that happen. God, I had a horrible night's sleep. It actually wasn't too bad. I'm fine with the night's sleep that I did get, because I do have a pretty good amount of stamina and water left. Now, I am going to go to some more of these places that I haven't discovered yet, so let's just go in a clockwork fashion around here. There is a whole cycle of summer, fall, winter, spring, as far as I know. What it seems to be right now is hopefully spring. I don't want to face any sort of wintry dealings with yet, but we'll see about that when we get there. Seems I have found a new location. In that new location, it is a water place, so I'm cool with that. Oh, this place has some jolly useful resources to aid my fragile survival. Should I remember its whereabouts? Yes. And I could just walk through this entire river. I can pick up some stones. Honed by watery crest, this pebble is a humble pummeler. So let's take that. We'll also take reed sprouting plume of feathers. Feather hairs makes for a pretty short-lived fiery torch to light my life at night. I don't think I need that right now, but it's great. It's something good to remember for later. I'm going to walk all the way from the right to the left. I don't think I'm going to find very much else, but actually, you know what I could do is just take a drink from this water right here, and that is going to refill my thirst meter. I'm not going to be able to eat any of these cattails, let's just call them. But it's nice to be able to know that I have these rocks. Now, with those rocks, like we did in the tutorial, I would love to be able to make anything, but there is nothing here to make. So I think I have to find those weird altar things somewhere in the world, and hopefully I'll be able to use those to create all the things that I want in my life. As for now, my big debate is, do I scout out for a new location, or do I go back to the forest, maybe find some berries for the night? and make sure that I go to sleep having a full belly. And I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a safe route. There are ways to die in this game, and I have died in this game before, but I don't want to spoil that whole situation for you, what happens when you do die. My food and everything seems to be good right about now. I think I'm going to pick up these branches because I might as well. And let's see if I can store some things when I get back to like my camp. So let's travel back to the camp. It shouldn't be too bad. For food for food or water tonight. But what I do want is to pull up my docket. And actually that'll be fine. So let's use the item. Let's use this piece of wood. Toasties, hankers a bit for stoking. And let's use that stick as well. I think, I think I'm going to be alright with this fire for tonight. So let's snuggle up and be all comfy wumpy with that. And so we're not going to have a dream tonight, but we are going to have, to fight off my constant hunger and vitality, which will keep going down and down and down. Seems to be going pretty well so far, but the game has only just begun. And we are visited by our ghostly apparition. Gah! Golly, I wish you wouldn't pop up like that, but since you're here, can you show me a way home now, please? I can't bear another night. I can't even go to the lavvy next to these spider-infested trees. They leer at me, hungrily. I cannot trail a path your heart has no wish to follow. Come, follow me. I will show you your second step. What the hell does that mean? I just want to go home. Whoa, wait up. So I am going to follow this ghost lady to wherever she will lead me. Hopefully somewhere good. But I really am actually not too sure about that, but we'll find out. She takes me to these weird altar things, and hopefully here I'll be able to find out what I'm supposed to be doing. This one long, tiring second step, a step mostly uphill. But gee whiz, what is this spooky place? This place is your salvation. Well, more of a ruddy big signpost to focus idle wanders. Honor the altar with fruits from your travels, and it may bestow secrets to gain mastery over this wilderness. And can I use these secrets to find my way back home? Your body already has the means to return home. These secrets only determine the manner your mind arrives. Wait, I don't know the way home. So what I'm going to do is inspect this. A strange shrine devoted to the wilds befalls my tingling, spookful sense, so I dare dispose food in its honor. I don't have any food in my docket right now, but I do have the 2 empty slots, so what I'm going to go to do is head back to the forest and pick up some berries. I'm probably actually going to eat some berries as well as I continue this journey. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually sprint for a little while. I don't necessarily like sprinting all that much because I don't want to waste it. But how about I inspect this? I take those berries, I expect that, and I take those berries. And I'll keep on going down a little bit farther. And how about I just eat these berries? Keep on going. I'm probably just going to run all the way to the right-hand side. Eating berries along the way because that is going to regain the stamina that I'm losing while I do this crazy mixed up task of mine. And here we go. Hopefully I have enough time to head back here, use the altar, and be able to navigate my way back to the fire without having to do too much else. Although I'm here, hopefully, when it starts getting too dark, let's use an item. Let's use this berry. And it's floating around. Muffled murmurings emanate from the incandescence. Dare peereth on the golden mantle at the radiance within? Yes, let's do that. And it seems to be like a backpack of sorts. I don't know, I'm gaining mind knowledge, and stars have now been sucked into my mind. Whisperings pervade my mind with knowledge of a tool to ease harness of this realm. It be a storage box. That sounds awesome. Let's use another item here. So using more berries, and hopefully this is going to uncover something that will help me out tremendously. A muffled murmurings emanate the incandescent. Dare I peer beyond the golden mantle of the radiance within. It looks to be a shovel. I'm not sure what the use of a shovel will be, but I think I can probably make some good use out of it eventually. Or at least the idea of understanding of how it works is going to help me out tremendously as well. And ease the harmers of the route, a bluey stone spade. So, let's leave this way because I don't think going to the right is too good because it's going to take more time. Let's go back to the bonfire. And hopefully I'll have enough, if I can have this night to gather some of these resources. Let's pick this up. Let's take that and take that. Now we can stoke the bonfire. Use the items. Let's use that one. Close. Use item. Let's use that. Toasty, stoking, inspect. That is going to be all for today. So I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out with me today. It's been a whole lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves as well. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Echo of the Wilds. Thank you again. I hope you're enjoying it. But I've got more of this all week long. Thank you guys. I'll check you next time. Later.